Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a new video. Bree and I were currently on a little road trip heading from Austria back to Germany, and we thought let's share a little stretching routine that we do usually when we take a break. So every 60 to 90 minutes we stop somewhere, go pee, take a break, stretch a little bit, drink some water, just take a little break. So this is for you to follow along so that you can do this also while you are on a road trip. We will guide you through a couple of stretches and some activation movements to energize the body again. Because when you're sitting, you're very inactive and you're sitting there, but the car is going with 80 miles or 100 kilometers per hour racing on the road, but your body is completely inactive and still. And so, as we know, sitting is very bad for you. Sitting is the new smoking, they say. But it's more due to this inactivity. So this is now to again energize the body, wake it back up so you feel better and continue. The first thing usually when you get out of the car is, for me at least and for Bree too, to reach the arms up and over the head. So you can just follow along, do this with me. And then later Bree will show some of the stretches and exercises as well. So stretch your arms up and over the head. Just get long after having the arms down in front of you like this the whole time. It's nice to reach it up. Then some side bend to the right, just a few breaths in each pose. We're just holding for 10 seconds or so. Should be quick. And then back, other side. No huge focus on alignment, on breath and anything else. It's again just to activate the body. And back, maybe a little back bend here, engage those glutes. Open the chest. Because you're closing it so much, open it. Very good. Then a gentle sway. So stand wide with the feet about hip width distance apart and just sway with the arms side to side. That way we're doing some gentle twisting. Very good. Now let's come into a forward fold. Lengthen the back side of the body, the superficial back line. So you can keep the legs straight, just fold forward and down. Grab opposite elbows or interlace your hands and fold down. Let the head hang heavy as well. Just take about 3 breaths here. And then bend your knees, roll up to standing. Very good. Now let's bring the legs wide apart. We're coming into a straddle position. Again, the toes are pointing slightly in, and then we fold forward and down. Again, you can grab opposite elbows or interlace your arms, move a little bit around. This is not for you to hold still. Just get moving a little bit, maybe bounce up and down. Stay here if you want, or you reach over to the right foot. And then over to the left foot. No need to actually touch it if it's not accessible, just do whatever is possible for you. And then let's come back to center, interlace your hands behind the back and move the arms and hands up and over the head for a shoulder stretch and even more for the hamstrings, for the back line. Few more breaths. Move a little bit. Do what feels good. And then rise up slowly back to standing. Release the hands, bend the knees slightly. Let's continue with something for the forearms, the hands and the fingers, since they also get kind of tight and stiff. So let's just straighten the arm out. Grab the 4 fingers, pull back. And I also like to turn the arm around and pull this way, more for the forearms. And other side. And rotate. Just 3 breaths or so each. Of course you can stay longer or shorter if you like. But we want to keep this very short and simple. Very good. shake out, maybe roll out the wrists real quick. Make some wrist circles, switch directions. Awesome. Let's come into some standing lunge, so more like a crescent lunge. Let's bring the left leg forward, do like a wide step. And then you can bring the hands on top of your thigh and lengthen the tailbone down. So this one is to focus on lengthening and activating the front side of the right hip. So really feel into that, breathe into it, because this whole area is closed when you're sitting like here, so you want to open it. And let's come into a wide pyramid, so straighten both legs, maybe shorten the stance, make sure both heels are on the ground, and fold down. No need to touch anything, you can just hang out here or touch on the shin or lower. Gently pull the hip back and just feel into it, breathe, open it up. And slowly release. Let's come to a lunge on the other side. Now right leg forward, at least for me. And let's open this side. Try to organize your pelvis in a way that you can really feel it without going super deep or without arching the back. And wide pyramid or long pyramid, both heels down, fold down. There's still so many people we see that drive in the car for a long time, they get out and then they sit down on a bench or so. So try to not be that person, try to be careful about your body from sitting, don't take it into sitting somewhere else, move it a little bit. And hopefully you now know what to do. Let's come back out.
We'll continue with the neck and the spines. We'll do some CARs, controlled articular rotations. If you're not totally familiar with CARs, we have a very detailed video breaking it down here. We do not expect you to click on the video and watch the full 45 minutes, so I'll give you a quick rundown now. We'll start with the neck, but you're gonna cross the arms in front of the chest, and then you're only gonna be moving the neck. So try to keep everything else isolated so you're not letting the rest of your body roll along with it. So you're only using the head. So start to engage the muscles in the shoulder, the chest, gently exhale, and then bring the head down, forward, the chin towards the sternum. Make a circle over to the right. And you're doing your full range of motion. If you feel any sensations of pain, then back off in that rotation. Continue around the circle, all the way to the front again, and then switch directions. Head to the left, all the way back, over to the right, and forward. Great, and now onto the spine. I'll turn to the side so you can see it a little bit better. But same concept, so you're only moving the spine. You're not letting your hips go along for the ride or the shoulders doing crazy stuff. You're just focusing on only isolating the spine. So gently tuck the chin down to the chest. Try to keep the chin tucked the whole time. And then start to roll forward with the spine. You won't feel much movement. Keep the hips where they are. And then bring it over to the right. All the way back. Over to the left. Forward, switch directions, go over to the left. All the way back. Over to the right. And forward. Great, come back up to standing. Now we've done neck and spine. Let's move on to hips a little bit more. So we're gonna do a standing pigeon. I recommend that you actually put your hand on the side of your car just for a little bit more stability. So you're gonna hold on to the car and then bring your right ankle on top of your left thigh. And then gently come into sort of a half squat. You can keep the chest lifted or you can lower the chest down. But what we're looking for here is a stretch in the outer right hip. Great, come back up to standing. Switch sides. So you can hold on to the car, cross the ankle, and come into that sort of squatting position. Make sure to keep the foot that's floating, the left foot in this case, flexed so you protect the knee. Sit a little bit lower, really feel that stretch in the outer left hip. 2 more deep breaths here. Great, back up to standing. So now turn towards the car. We're going to do a shoulder opener. So you can place your hands on the top of the car, walk the feet back, keep the legs somewhat straight, but the hips stacked over the knees, over the ankles. And then just start to lean the chest forward and down. Feel the stretch in the shoulders, opening the front line of the body. Keep a slight engagement in the core so you're not dumping too much into your low back. Great, back up to standing. Now bring the hands a little bit lower onto the car. We're gonna do an upward facing dog. So place your hands somewhere on the car or the window. And then again, you can keep your feet about arm's distance apart. And then just start to bring the hips forward. Engage the glutes slightly. Gentle back bend, gaze comes up towards the sky. You might start to get some weird looks now from strangers. It's all good. Let them look. You're doing your body a lot of good by moving it around. And that's what's important. Back up to standing. And then again, that gentle sway just to release the tension in the spine. And lastly, before you go to hop back in your car immediately, we always recommend that you park a little bit farther away from where the restroom is so that you have to walk a little bit to the restroom, or maybe even take a slight jog on the way there, even if it's just 30 seconds and you can slightly get your heart rate going and then jog back, or do high knees or leg kicks or something on the way. It's always kind of a fun way to make your way to the restroom and back. So that's about it for our road trip stretching video. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope that you enjoyed this and that you feel better as you climb back into your car. If you want some beats for the road, you can also click below and check out our Spotify channel. We have over 50 playlists, and one of them specifically for road trips called Dharma Tunes. Scope it out. Have fun, drive safe. If you enjoyed this video and if it helped you, then please comment below, let us know how you liked it, and also share it with your friends and family who are also road tripping. Drive safe, much love, peace.